Hey right guys, Trophy Reacts here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 1 of New Girls season 6. As I've said a billion times, I kind of class this as the final season. We won't say it is, we'll say season 7 is the final season. If you guys want to go down that road, sure. But this is our final full-length season, I guess we'll go with. I'm being ridiculous. But yeah, I enjoyed the last season. I think obviously the first half for me was a peak. I actually enjoyed Megan Fox's character. Jess coming back was okay for a couple of episodes, but then I felt like she became the most annoying Jess has ever been for the most consistent amount of episodes that she's ever been. So that was a bit of a shame. But fresh start, maybe the first half of season 6 is going to be amazing and then fall off in the second half. We'll see. But before we jump into that, we've got only 10 questions to go through for the Q&A that we usually do, and then we'll do the tier list. And then we'll jump into the episode. Even though my opinions on characters haven't really changed too much, so I might just blast through that fairly quickly. But starting with Mariah, who asks, what was your favourite Nick and Jess moment? In the season, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not over Nick and Jess because I feel like they are still like the couple, I guess. But it's just doing what every sitcom does ever, and you guys know what I'm like with reactions at this point. Like I can't hold on to a couple for that long if they're not going to give me much. And they didn't give me much with Nick and Jess. Like, Jess wasn't even in basically the first half of the season, so there's nothing there. And then she came back. So I guess they're like cute moments at the end where they realise they kind of still have feelings for each other. And there was one episode, I don't know exactly which episode it was, where they're kind of in the room together, kind of maybe something happens, maybe it doesn't. I can't remember exactly which episode that was. So honestly, nothing. No, nothing standing out. The end where they realise he's still a bitch. Or I will say actually when Jess kind of hyped Nick up and said that he's got to stop putting himself down and that he's great. That was a really good Nick and Jess moment actually, so I'll say that one. What are your predictions for this season, as in season 6? Just seeing the married life with Cece and Schmidt I think will be interesting. I want to build more on Ali and Winston. I think they have something really good with those two, so I hope they kind of just focus on that. Nick and Jess, I don't want to wait until the final episode to see them together, so get them just together this season. Doesn't have to be in the first half of the season. We can build up to it, it's fine. But the second half of the season, or towards the end of the season, have them just get together, and then we have all of the final season, which is only 8 episodes, but at least then we have all of that with them actually being a couple, which I think would be quite nice. So yeah, some good, more the romance stuff between them all, but I think, like I say, with sitcoms it's so hard to predict each season because there's no overarching story for the most part. But which character do you think has grown the most since season 1? Probably Schmidt, I'd argue. Like, they all have traits that they all had in the early seasons. Cece's kind of the same. She's just become a lot more likable, and I think she's grown and warmed to the characters a lot more. Jess, I'd say, is actually backtracked. She's gotten more annoying, so there's that. Nick has had quite a bit of development, but I feel like he kind of falls back onto old habits quite often. And then Winston's just doing what Winston does. I feel like Schmidt is the one who's developed and changed the most. Like, if you look at how he was in the first few episodes, he's a married man now, in love, committed. Hopefully, not going to have some cheating story. Like, that would be horrible. Imagine they do that with Schmidt again. So yeah, I'm going to go with Schmidt out of all the characters. Fry asks, is there a possibility that Jess might sneak her way back into your good graces? For sure. I feel like we've had episodes even in the second half of season 5 where she was really good. So I know it's there. And I'm Jess is, it's just even more frustrating because I know I can like her. I know she can be a really good, funny character. But I feel like her storylines have been ass recently. And then her comedy on top of that just hasn't been my type of humour. I just haven't found it funny. And then the romance with that guy was just horrendous. So yeah, there is a possibility for sure, but we gotta do some work. Just stop. And the singing, oh my god. Stop, please. That's not gonna stop. That's gonna be a thing till the day she dies for sure. 2 questions. 1, do you ship Nick more with Jess or Reagan? And 2, would you rather be stuck in a room for 1 week with Jess from New Girl or Jackson from Gilmore Girls? Oh my god. That's horrendous. That is horrendous. I think I know my answer to that, but we'll do question 1 first. I think at this point, I ship Nick more with Reagan because I feel like we never really got to see it, and I want to see it. Overall, though, if we're talking the whole show, it's Jess, obviously. But I think if like right now, if Reagan could come back and just have them. I know they kind of ended it, but it's the start of the season. I kind of worry with the start of the season where it's like, oh, Reagan had to go back to New York or wherever. Oh, because we couldn't get her for the season. So I'm hoping they kind of do touch on that, at least for a bit. So yeah, I'm curious with Reagan. But overall, if we're talking the whole shows, then it's obviously Jess. As for who would I rather be stuck in a room with, I have to go with Jess. Jess has had actual likable moments, and I actually did really like Jess from seasons 1 to the first half of 4, basically. Whereas Jackson's had nothing. Jackson would just be having sex with vegetables in the corner of the room. Jess would get on my nerves more, I feel, with the singing, but I feel like I'd have more moments with Jess where I feel like I'm getting on with her. Whereas Jackson, I don't even really want to talk to you. At all. I don't even want to be around you because I'm just scared for my safety. Jess, we could have some good moments. She would get annoying after like probably a day, but I feel like after a bit of sleep and building yourself back up, you could probably get back into some conversations pretty well. So yeah, I'm going to go with Jess from New Girl on that one. Ina asks, if you had to choose one character to have their own show, who would it be and why would you choose them and what would you like to see from their past? Their own show. Not Jess. I mean, this is basically Jess's show anyway, so maybe Winston. I feel like Schmidt and Cece, we see so much of them here anyway. And like Schmidt's backstory, I feel like we know quite a bit about Schmidt's backstory. But Winston, we really know nothing. The only issue I'd have with that is, as hilarious as Winston is there enough of an actual character there to really carry his own show? Maybe Coach would be kind of cool. Yeah, I'd see Winston and Ali, but after New Girl, and then we kind of delve into Winston's past in like flashbacks would be kind of cool. But yeah, Winston and Ali, their own show. I'd watch that. I mean, I'd watch anything with Winston, to be honest. So yeah, we'll go with that. But Coach could be kind of cool as well. Like I say, this is basically just a show anyway, so not her. Cece and Schmidt, we see so much of them anyway in New Girl. And Nick would be cool, I guess, but again, I'd rather have Winston. So, all right, do you have any predictions for Cece and Schmidt after getting married? And which character do you think would be the easiest to live with as an actual roommate? God, these are some good questions, actually. Predictions for Cece and Schmidt. Cece, will she get pregnant? I know we had the whole maybe she can't get pregnant storyline, but we've had that before in like One Tree Hill and someone Brooke. Spoilers, but yeah. Well, Cece gets pregnant. They got to do that. They got to have every sitcom has a pregnant character towards the end of the show. That is going to be Cece. Maybe in like the final season more so than this season, but or like the end of the season with she's pregnant. I don't want any drama, no cheating, none of that stuff. We've done that. We're past it. So just have them healthy. They can have their ups and downs, I'm sure, but healthy romance, healthy marriage. Cece possibly being pregnant. Or maybe they really stick to their guns and have her not be pregnant and she can't get pregnant. But we'll see how that goes. As for who I'd want to have as an actual roommate out of the whole crew, again, it wouldn't be Jess. Nick would be a slob. I feel like I couldn't... Nick would be fun for a bit, but then, you know, as a guy, I feel like he'd be chill, would be good. And he's a good friend to have. But then his living habits... Whereas Schmidt's the opposite, where he'd be very clean, but not as chilled as Nick. He'd be a bit more kind of in your face, wanting to do stuff constantly, I feel. But, so what would you rather have? Winston could kill you in your sleep, but I kind of like that. So, Cece, I think, would be the perfect balance. She's not my favourite character, but I would actually maybe say Cece. She'd look after herself, she'd clean up, get stuff done, like we'd balance that well. So I don't have to worry about her being an absolute mess. I feel like she'd want to maybe just do things like chill out, hang out, and maybe go out every now and again, see Schmidt, all that stuff, fine, cool, but like not too much. Like we're not having to do something every day, which I feel Schmidt would want to do. I feel like Cece would be the perfect balance. So I'm going to go with Cece, closely followed by Schmidt, closely followed by Winston, closely followed by Nick, and then Jess. down there. And not being sung to every day of my life. And then having her on the verge of tears every 3 seconds. Riot asks, what are your predictions for Nick and Jess, Cece and Schmidt and Winston and Ali? Nick and Jess have to get together by the end of the season, or what are we doing? Cece and Schmidt, healthy marriage, as I said. And Winston and Ali, out of the 3, I actually want to see those 2 the most. Just build on making Winston more. Like, keep Winston being Winston, but I don't know. That they could bring out more with Winston's character with Ali, so that'd be interesting. And then the final question, do you think Winston and Ali are endgame? I'm going to lock it in and say yes. I feel like we've had enough build up to it. Ali's been in the show long enough, and she's a good enough character where I feel like she kind of works for Winston. They bounce off each other well. So I'm going to lock that in. We have Cece and Schmidt as endgame. We have Jess and Nick as endgame. And we have Winston and Ali as endgame. Boom. Locked in. But I also think we're going to see a bit of Nick and Reagan early on in this season. So that's the predictions for that. All right, there we go. Some good questions there, actually. So thank you to everyone who asked one. We'll only have one more Q&A for New Girl, which will be at the start of the final season, season 7. So if you do want to ask any questions, you only have to be a $1 Patreon. You can get involved in all the Q&As, which we do for the start of every single season for every single show that I do. So yeah, we'll only have one more to go, which will be fun. But that'll be for an 8-episode season, so I don't know how much I could really answer in that, but it'll be good. All right, we'll jump into the tier list very quickly, even though all of these rankings are going to be very obvious, but we'll do it anyway. Guys, I'm looking at these characters. I really don't have much to say where I'm just not going to repeat myself. So I'm going to put an image here. That is my tier list. I'm going to repeat myself so much with these characters. You know how I feel about them. We'll do like an actual big tier list for the next one. I think we'll get all the characters involved, but that's my ranking. It never really changes. It's basically the same as it has been the past 3 seasons at this point. So yeah, I'm just gonna breeze over that one. There's really not much to say with the tier list this time around. So we'll just jump into the episode. Season 6, episode 1. Let's do this.
Jess, why couldn't you marry me?
Previously on New Girl.
Oh, I don't know.
You know.
No, I don't know.
It's Nick.
Yeah, the realization. Too late.
I love you.
You love me.
I love you.
I love you too.
Husband and
And we've got 2 couples that are kind of happy.
I'm booking a ticket.
A ticket?
Yeah, Reagan is going to New
this
Orleans
is the couple that
for
isn't.
work for 3 months,
Nick
and
might
she
be
asked me
happy.
to go with her, and I'm gonna do it.
Oh, and then we're gonna get him coming back. And it's like, oh, it didn't work out. Come on, show me Megan Fox. Just show me she's in the season.
How long does it take to respond to a house offer?
Breathe, okay?
Oh, they're trying to get a house. Damn, I didn't even think of that in the Q&A. Them trying to find a house. That could be kind of cool.
So excited! We're getting a house!
As I was saying, I never felt love like this.
Okay.
I really miss your lips on mine.
Yo, he's got the beard.
It's just a 2.
Oh, okay, we're the fact that I actually thought he was talking to the cat though, and I didn't even question it. I actually just thought he was straight up just talking to Ferguson.
What the hell is that noise?
Jess! For Pete's sake, what is that infernal rat?
Hey, I was just making some table legs.
Cool. They'd actually look pretty good, to be fair.
You joined that soul shred gym and got scary ripped?
Damn. I mean, that's clearly on wheels, but that's fine.
What is going on with you?
Okay, all right. She's a badass. That is what is going on with her. Woodworking is awesome. Okay, woodworking is insane.
I don't know. She's doing kind of a good job.
Anything to do
With Nick? Nicholas Miller, that old turkey burger?
Yeah.
He's in New Orleans with his perfect girlfriend.
Oh my god, what if Nick's not in the season? That won't happen. I would have heard that. It's like, no, I didn't hear Jess left though.
Honey, we got the house.
Oh.
Got the house!
Wow. No build up, just we got the house. It's a nice house as well. That looks like the house where Jess's ex lived in the very first episode when Schmidt slapped him. Tell me I'm wrong.
Why are you looking at my house?
Hello, sir. How are you? We're the ones who are buying your home.
I'm not selling my house.
What?
What?
Oh, maybe that's why there's no sign. Maybe I got the address wrong.
Who are you? You have a job? So we don't have the house then?
I'm taking charge. Winston, Leslie has to go.
No!
She's the worst real estate agent of all time.
She is horrendous.
Long distance, I can't tell her that you fired her little sister.
This is a delicate situation for our...
No, that's bad.
Please, Jess.
Why are you asking Jess? And Jess, Why are you inserting yourself into this?
If anyone's inserting themselves, it's Winston.
It's Jess. She inserts herself into everything. What do you expect?
Fine, can I at least be the one to break the news to her?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Jess. It is so great to know who your real friends are.
Yeah.
Get off the sofa.
Yeah.
I just can't be married, living with roommates.
Well, hey!
You don't want to live with Winston? Why are you married?
Yesterday.
I want to start our lives together.
I know. Guys, we are in this together.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of with Schmidt.
My table's almost done. I'll be your real estate agent. I've already found like 5 open houses today.
I mean, that's pretty helpful, I guess.
Such a house by smoke damage.
Okay, babe, this was a crime scene.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind.
I really think this is the best investment for our money right now.
Okay.
Our Money, directed by Zooey Deschanuli.
We got this.
Just look at us for a second. The two of us, Cece and I.
We got this.
She's not gonna get it. She's
We
not
got
gonna. Oh, she's not
All right.
gonna understand
Schmidt
this shit.
bedrooms, CC bathrooms. I'm gonna smell everything.
Imagine.
Carl
Oh,
Daddy's
okay.
home and he's ready to see his Carl kid.
I was wondering if he just wouldn't be in that one.
Jess, Winston,
No Megan Fox.
Winston's cat. Fine, Cece.
You went with Ferguson over Cece.
The ensuite is on fleek.
I love this house too.
I poked my head in the shower. Perfect. Cece, I'm begging you, please tell her to go home.
Yeah, I know.
We need to start setting some boundaries.
You know what, though? She's not wrong. This place is way over our borrowing limit.
That does look like a mad house.
The only place that was even close was that carpet house.
Wow.
We can do it. Look, we'll just make sacrifices. We'll pack our lunches. We'll cut out coupons.
It's coupons.
Please.
It's fine. It's not important. We'll cut out coupons. But if we're going to do this, we're going to have to go to the bank now because this house is going to go like this. I know it. Why is she talking to the realtor?
I will handle it. Okay, it's totally.
Jess will like ruin this whole house for them. This does look nice.
Mind if I just steal her away for a minute, Jessica?
There's so many people here.
You being here, you taking over as a real estate agent because you can't stop thinking about Nick.
CC, not everything's about Nick.
Oh my god.
You know, I love you and I'll always be there for you in an emergency, but Schmidt and I need to do this by ourselves.
If she doesn't get the hint after this one.
I got it.
Is
You
she-
guys are moving forward. You don't need all just the mess. I'm gonna go home. But seriously, I crawled under the house and the retrofitting is rookie work.
It's been, like, Nick's been gone for 3 months.
Make an egg.
Honey, where are you gonna get an egg?
Got 2 eggs right here. I got a pan right here. Think I'm going to buy a house and not make an egg first?
True.
And I'm a Sagittarius, which is why I'm so good with people and horses, but it also makes me like really sleepy.
Leslie. There's no easy way to say this. You
Suck.
no longer work for Schmidt and Cece.
No, they're firing me? No, but didn't you tell them how good I am?
You took them to buy a house which you told them they got, which wasn't even on sale. Surely Ali would understand that.
You don't work for Schmidt and Cece anymore because
You worked for me.
you work for me now.
Yeah.
I'm buying a house.
Okay. You know what? At least you know you don't actually have to sign anything, but Winston will actually try to sign something and buy a house.
Loan officers have a lot of discretion. We just need to market ourselves. We need to look them right in the
Mr.
eye.
Schmidt and Mrs. Parikh?
Why are they on your face?
I'm not blind. I just had my pupils dilated for an exam.
If it makes you feel any better.
If you were blind and had those glasses on, I would tell you to get an upgrade.
Hey, Crawdad is home. I had a whole Crawdaddy thing, but the point is I'm home.
Smooth.
Supposed to be home for like a month.
Oh.
Are you guys doing okay?
Yeah, Reagan's drug company is moving her up to Seattle.
Okay.
So we're doing the distance thing. Yeah, we're doing great.
Could she not just come back with you?
Wow, look at you. You got jacked.
Yeah.
Would you go to prison?
No, that worked out.
Yeah, that's moving fridge on wheels.
I also have something very important to tell you.
What? Reagan's pregnant? Imagine.
Dee Dee. I have to meet Dee Dee. She's like a good friend.
Dee Dee? That's not a name. You have one friend, it's Cece. That sounds fishy.
But he kind of thinks it could possibly be true.
Loan you any more money?
Cece.
You showed up to the bank while they're borrowing money.
Just be a moment.
You know what is it?
Thank you.
Oh, God.
Jessica.
You said emergency. Well, this is an emergency.
They are mid-meeting! Oh, I am open-minded, as I said in the Q&A for Jess, but we're not starting off great, are we?
Yes. I know that you've come here to convince Cece that she shouldn't buy this house.
No!
Babe, this is an emergency.
I have feelings for Nick again, okay?
And you could have waited until after their bank meeting. Wait,
There's something about him. I see him and my heart explodes.
I guess Nick does have that effect.
Where are we?
You knew hood. Okay, so I couldn't check all the boxes, but I think I nailed the
Let's
most
have a look.
important one. That it can float.
Huh. Winston on a boat, sure.
Should we call Allie and tell her the good news?
Do not sign anything, Winston, please.
I can't even be in the same room as Nick. I don't know what I'm saying, and what if I say something that ruins our friendship?
Get out.
What?
Get out.
What,
Get out right
what
now.
happened
Get
to the-
out
I'm so
instantly.
sorry,
Nick is on
you
his
were-
way to the bank right now. I texted him. I needed help with a loan.
What?
And you text Nick. Sure.
Just pretend like we're having a normal conversation.
Instantly panicking.
This is Margaret. This is Grace.
Oh, no. You think oh, no. I'm not a bank robber. Stop.
Oh, right.
I'm just trying to avoid my ex.
I thought he was just sweating because he was. Right.
That's how much it is? That's really expensive. Schmitty, you sure you know what you're getting us into?
Yeah, man.
All right. Congrats.
Sure.
Did we get the loan?
I wish it were up to me, because the answer would be no. All of this would be over.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Hey, I gotta go. I got it.
Oh my god.
Beautiful family.
You did. Yep, fair enough. I mean, she did cover her face up pretty well with the hair.
You guys have to buy a house. This is good. This is you moving forward.
They've been trying to.
Thanks, Jess.
Get in here.
Thanks, Jess. Thank you.
Well, you're getting a loan.
What?
Interest rates are about to drop, and we want to settle you with a high one before they do. So
Make an offer?
doesn't make
Sure.
a lick of sense to me. But
Is he asleep? Sure, sure.
what are you doing?
I can't like that guy though.
Ella?
Are you buying a boat?
Look, it is a complicated situation.
It's not.
Your sister ain't that good at her job. Like, at all.
Yeah,
She's
at least we got it out there.
dumb. That girl is the trunk of a tree. Ain't nobody at home up here.
Okay,
She a cottonhead. This girl is a dumped out sewing kit.
Easy.
She talking, but ain't nobody listening.
He did just keep going.
Because we're long distance doesn't mean we can't be real with each other. Okay, we have to tell each other everything.
Why are we long distance? I don't know, jobs and stuff, but
All right, I'm gonna hang up now. Are you ready?
Of course I'm ready.
Allie loves Winston.
Winston loves
We're
Allie.
both hanging up
We're
now.
hanging up on the count of 100.
100.
Okay, babe. Love you. Gotta go. Bye.
Yeah. Okay, love you.
I hope they work out.
You okay, Jess?
Yeah, it's just something I have to handle on my own.
No such thing. I'm standing right here. Lay it on me.
Go on, get some advice on Winston.
Okay, but it's pretty major. Do you think you can handle it?
Yes. No. I jumped the gun. I should have said, I don't know.
Here goes.
At least this is honest.
So Nick's back.
Oh, don't I know it? Don't I know it? Nick.
I'm not over Nick.
So everyone knows now, apart from Nick.
I'm still here where I was, waiting outside Nick's door, trying to figure out.
I mean, he could probably hear you talking at quite a loud volume.
You can't control who you panache. Just a quick check-in. How am I handling this?
Bizarrely, but it's kind of working.
The Winston way.
Nick, question. Do you have another gator tooth? I seem to have swallowed mine.
I've given you a lot of gator teeth.
What
This
even
is the
is
last
that?
one, and stop putting stuff in your mouth.
I will make no such promise.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Miller.
Well, Bish out. For the third time in my life, I have to call off a boat purchase.
What?
Why is it the third time? You know what, sure. Is he still married as well?
How was New Orleans? How was everything?
It was great. I came alive in that city, Jess. I was writing 2,000 pages a day by hand.
Oh.
By hand, yes. Unfortunately, they all blew into the Mississippi River.
Of course, yeah, it does.
So I invested in a computer. I bought the heaviest one I could find. And look,
Sure.
heavy computers, heavy materials. Mine's my first book.
That's the biggest book I've ever seen in my life. You sure it's not a trilogy?
Read the first page. Check it out.
Oh,
To Anthony Rizzo and the Chicago Cubs.
well, it's on the worst paper ever as well.
You were the one who told me to go to New Orleans. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, he's become a new person.
We got the house.
For real this time.
That's great.
Come on, let's go see it.
Let's go.
I'm happy they got a house, to be fair.
You gotta.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Sorry. Yeah.
that's maybe the biggest book I've seen in my life.
Guys, I know I found this place, but yikes.
Is that a bloody kite?
I smell coyote babies.
The other house was just too expensive.
Yeah, this place is actually
Oh.
perfect. Or at least it will be once we redo it.
This whole room could be mid-century. You could use the crown molding as a focal point.
It's a fixer-upper, that's for sure.
I'm inserting.
Okay. Look, we clearly are gonna need everyone's help on this.
Oh, thank you, God. Okay, we have to extend the dining room, track light the hallway.
Yeah, you need everyone on this for sure.
Carried this place down to the studs. Yeah, you know, we'll just start right here.
And that's gonna... Oh, wow, okay, yeah. I thought the whole wall was gonna come down for some reason.
Because we're the owners. You're the owners.
Someone lives behind that wall, I'm convinced.
All right, Winston.
Wow.
Guys,
And they just found a shit ton of money, watch.
Oh my God, it's a fireplace.
There's like 50 grand behind that wall.
Beautiful.
That's nice, right?
What?
No, never mind. I think I'm watching Breaking Bad or something. Oh, hell yeah. Point is putting up now, because you're going to have to ruin that entire wall, but still. That was probably the best part of the whole episode, actually, was Cece and Schmidt actually buying a house. You know what? If we see them just going around fixing up the house and then we see the aftermath of it all at the end, I'd be okay with that. I'll be okay with that. There we go, guys. That is episode 1 of New Girl Season 6. Pretty good start. It was a fun start. I think mainly because, like I say, Cece and Schmidt, Winston was really good with Ali as well. You know, to hope Winston doesn't end up buying a boat. I don't know about that. Yeah. I didn't... Even Schmidt is getting tired of the whole Jess and Nick thing. That's the top comment. Oh my god, it's fair, it's fair. To be fair, though, I will say, like, last season, they never really delved into it at all. So as long as they just go all out with it for now, I'll be fine. But Jess was still pretty frustrating in this episode, to be honest. I mean, I'm still open-minded, believe it or not. I mean, it kind of sounds like I'm not. But I do want to lie, Jess. It's just like, but then nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Yeah, it was a good episode. I'll go a 6.8 out of 10, I think, for this one. Mainly because of Cece and Schmidt. I think they really both held up this episode, actually. So, yeah, we'll go 6.8 for this one. I'm assuming Megan Fox is not going to... She might be like an episode or two, but I'm assuming... I really thought maybe they'd start with her and Nick kind of being there, but... Oh, well. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what the episode down below in the comments, and I'll see you next time for episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.